What up? What up? What up, you guys? It's Blackwing 2040. Welcome back to another episode of Sit and Watch, where we go through the DC animated universe, mainly the iconic episodes. So, hopefully, you guys have been enjoying this marathon to the DC animated universe. I know we've only, put up 2 episodes so far, but trust me, on the background, me and Tex have been watching a lot of the other episodes, which does make the journey a lot more worthwhile. So, Tex, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. Ready to watch another iconic episode.
Yes, our first ever femme fatale focus episode, Pretty Poison, which focuses on poison ivy. You know what's crazy? I know a lot of people's first ever introduction to poison ivy was with Batman and Robin, which I know I'm not the only one,
I
because
could
that
keep in mind too, actually. I'm thinking about it.
yeah, it definitely was my first introduction to poison ivy because this episode, because I'm used to, how there's always different iterations of Ivy. They either have her with, like, a green tight suit, or the green skinned Ivy and
Yeah.
everything. So you always have, there's always like different interpretations of Ivy that you're introduced to. And to be honest, actually, and her redesign that she got in the new Batman Adventures, where like they made her skin a
Hmm.
little bit more paler.
I'm actually look it up. She's one of the only ones I don't remember actually.
Really?
Like in the design. New Batman Adventure. Maybe when I see it, Poison Ivy, one of the first things to pop up. Oh yeah, okay, I remember this now. Yeah. I remember this
Yeah.
mostly from the Static Shock episode with her.
Yep. You know what's funny? It
What's up?
was It was Batman and Robin, and that episode of Static Shock where that introduced me to her. That's so crazy.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I was yeah, I definitely remember this design now.
Yep, that is so crazy. But that was also a good episode of Static Shock. Oh
Oh, it
my
was a great
gosh.
episode.
That was like the first time I ever saw like Static team up with Batman, and it's just like, wait a second, Batman and Static, they're like in this. I mean, back then when I was younger, I didn't know what like a TV universe was. I just thought Static was just its own thing, and Batman was just a surprise. I mean, it was a guest star episode, but it was just a surprise thing to see.
No, I get you because I remember. I mean, as a kid, maybe I didn't get this, but like in the first season of Static, once we get to it, we'll talk about this again.
Oh yeah, we will.
But they
We will.
refer to Clark Kent as Superman as if in that universe Superman is a fictional character. And then like a season later, they literally do the Justice League crossover episode. I was like, oh, well, I'm just confused now.
Oh man, Static Shock is gonna be a great ride to get through. But anyway, let's get through Pretty Poison and let us begin. As always, we are not skipping the intro. Never, ever skip this intro.
Every time we rewatched it like 3 times now, technically more, but like officially, and it's like I can never not like find something new to like about. Like you can see like when that explosion of the bank that was completely unnecessary. They seem to have gotten away with the money, but the explosion of the bank, you see the glass like
Just
crack and glow for a split second. Like that's so unnecessary, but it adds so much
adds a lot of
because
more
most
adds a
people
lot
wouldn't
of
even notice
detail.
that. It's just great. I love the look of fear on the other guy's face. He's like, oh no,
I was like, oh no, it's Batman.
he's got my friend.
Like one goon with a hat, the other goon does without a hat. Always
That
love
line
that.
is just perfect.
Hmm.
I remember they parodied that scene in Justice League Action when Batman said he never
Yes, they
posed.
did.
When him and Blue Beetle went to the past and they saw him do it. Justice League Action is a underrated series.
Underrated, short lived. It got cut way too soon. A show that got cut way too soon. Oh, this has got to be a flashback.
Yeah, with that
Either
color
that
scheme
or
is
it's
gonna
like a
be.
TV screen.
I feel like it's a flat.
Mm-mm.
Could be a TV screen because that'd be a weird angle. Oh,
Yeah.
that goes our boy.
There goes Harvey.
And Harvey has such a punchable face before he's Two Face, man. Like his face is just so punchable. Like right now, I really do love how they took the time to set him up.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could have just went into him, maybe gave him like a background episode, but they set him up, gave him a two-parter. That's just great.
Yep. It probably must have been like the lighting of that day.
Yeah, that was a weird choice,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't. It was not bad or anything. No, it's funny because of all like the big Batman villains, the only one I'm not really familiar with, like as far as like a consistent origin, is Poison Ivy.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Like, origins, they change, they retcon them. It's
Yeah,
some
but like
origins just never stay the consistent.
some have like at least a general thing that they seem to be agreed upon. But Poison Ivy, if there is one, I have no idea.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe that must have been a flashback because now it says 5 years later. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
it must have been a flashback.
Yeah, I have no like so far, other than like the plants being planted, like this scene. 'Cause I don't remember this episode like at all. I
I
would
only
not have
remember
guessed it's a Poison Ivy episode so far.
I only remember just like the middle half when Harvey gets into the hospital and the back half where Batman fights Ivy. That's it.
I feel like this episode definitely got a bit of the budget, like compared to the Scarecrow one.
Hey, look, Montoya.
Is this her first appearance?
No. Wait, actually, yes. Yes
Like
it
in this
is.
series?
Yeah, in that particular in the series, yeah,
Pull up.
chronologically, yeah, that's our first episode appearance.
As a big fan of the Question, I always thought she was a great legacy character.
Mhm.
It's a shame I don't think DC knows what to do with her nowadays. Like I just don't.
I don't think they really know what to do with legacy characters anymore.
And the last important thing she had going on was that she couldn't get married to Kate. I was like, okay, huh? Just some turbulence. Okay,
Just
just
more
I
like
just
more like drag.
yeah, that's not how
Mm,
turbulence feels, man.
mhm.
These pilots are so bad at their job. Like I don't understand.
The Rose Cafe.
I love the on the nose, the on the nose naming of some things. I think it just adds some flavor to it, and she looks really good in red.
Mhm. Lady in Red.
Thank you, Andre. Look at his face. Like he's so punchable.
I don't know if it's me, but I feel like they made Ivy's face a little, I don't know, chubby looking a little bit.
It definitely looks because I do remember her classic design from later episodes. She
Yeah.
definitely like I think they did like maybe flatten her face a bit.
Mhm. I guess that's why I prefer her redesign a lot better.
You have to looking at it, I do too. I think the different colored skin is something I've grown like accustomed to Ivy. I'm more used to like that dude was scared of his life. I don't think it's worth it. I'm about to run on the roof from Batman. I don't know what's gonna happen.
This dude is fighting on a rooftop with no guardrail or anything. He could just fall at any moment. No, he has no safety for his life.
He looks like Hammerhead from Spider-Man. Like I don't. Oh, this is a nice scene. Just
Are you sure about that, Harvey?
and this gives me vibes from. Did you ever get to play the Batman Telltale game?
I was gonna get it when it first came out, but I just changed my mind about it. So now I seen gameplay of it though, yeah, but I
Yeah,
was never interested in it.
it gives me that kind of vibes because the first game heavily focuses on the first half it heavily focuses on Bruce and Harvey's relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of Ivy, it's Selena who's like the girl between them.
Yep.
But Selena actually does like Bruce. Alpha doesn't get paid enough for this. You can see it on his face.
Nope. He wears the
I
exact same suit every day.
wonder if they chose that color for a reason. Like maybe it goes just very good with his like style.
Yeah, and then in the new Batman Adventures, he goes for more like of a black suit with a red tie and everything.
I think they changed the color of his eyes too, didn't they?
Yeah, they actually gave him blue eyes.
Hmm. The posh laughter of rich high society.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure they actually referenced this episode too. When the
They did and almost got him.
yeah, yeah, I was like, yeah, that episode just proves why hyping up Harvey was such a good idea.
Yep. And trust me, when we get to almost got him, there's gonna be a lot of good moments in that episode.
I think that might be a top 10 for me.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a top 10 episode. The walking animation.
She looks like if she's walking like Betty Boop or whatever. Like it reminds me of that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it is Warner Brothers.
Yep.
Does she have a sister? I love how like one of my favorite things about this Bruce Wayne is he plays the part so well
Mm-hmm.
as like it's like night and day.
Yeah. And again, he has a heart, but he's not. He does. It's like he's more considerate than more, whatchamacallit, standoffish slash
Yeah, a
playboy
lot of the
esque.
other Bruces are very devil may care in their attitude. That man Harvey is I don't know. Were y'all drinking? I'd be pretty scared, man. I don't know. I don't think I'm pretty sure y'all all had like ginger ale. I don't know. Oh man.
You know what's funny? How Harvey says like he's dating Ivy at this point, and then sooner or later he finds out what she did to him. He just finds a brand new girl already in his focus episode. I'm like, wow.
Okay, that's funny because I always assumed because that was one of the first episodes I saw the Two-Face two-parter, and wasn't that his fiance or something already?
By that point, yeah, she became his fiance that fast.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I don't know. I mean, I guess Harvey he loves her, man. He finds the one and he falls in love with him.
Or better yet, trouble just finds him.
Oh yeah.
Sheesh, that kiss put him in a coma? Whew.
Why is everybody okay? Why is everybody freaking out? I don't think they don't know it's poison, right? Like they're just freaking out. Like
Yeah. I mean, because since Harvey's the district attorney, he holds, he has a high respect for all the citizens of Gotham, I guess.
oh yeah. I guess there's a lot of enemies. I wouldn't want to see him in this scenario either. Some of my favorite interactions in like any Batman media is not when it's Batman and Gordon, but when it's Bruce and Gordon.
Yep.
Because it's such a different look at their relationship. Okay, they didn't confirm it. Oh, Jim, you're so old.
Oh, she does have dialogue, which is 2 words.
It's a winner. She's probably the most iconic like Gotham police officer after Bullock and Gordon, and it's like she's so underutilized.
Yep.
She was in the Long Halloween movie.
I believe she was.
I think she was watching Harvey's wife after everything went down.
Yeah, that even though I never read that story, that movie really did a great job adapting it, and because it really had me wondering, who is the Holiday Killer? And lo and
Oh yeah.
behold, it was, wow.
Yeah, that movie only has like really one issue for me, and that's kind of like Falcone's relationship with his son. But as a whole, I think it's a really good movie
Mm-hmm.
and good adaptation.
Yep. Just wish DC would just stop giving us Batman-centric movies and just give us more than other characters, please.
I'm still waiting for news on that Green Lantern animated movie. Who knows what that's going to be?
Mm-hmm.
A pinch of vanilla.
A vanilla. Bullock is such a
He
tier
cleans
one
the dishes. Looking like that, he's dressed like a waiter.
for a busboy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I mean, hey, Bullock's. I've always liked Bullock. I know I said this like 2 episodes ago, but I think he's a good cop.
Yep.
Like he's one of those cops who you think is dirty, but it's like no, you look at him, no, he actually does care about justice.
Yep.
It's very interesting how most of this episode isn't fighting Poison Ivy; it's realizing she's the enemy.
Yep. Detective work at its finest. Not necessarily extinct, just being kept alive.
Oh, It's like that Scooby Doo effect where they're trying to hide from the fact that we know, like,
Who did it?
I'm about to say there's only one option. They haven't really given us any other like substitutes.
And here she comes now.
To finish the job.
It's the fake crying. My gosh.
Great actress. Something
Yep.
else Ivy could have been instead of a supervillain.
She could have been an actress. Don't let her kiss you.
Oh, okay. I was like,
You
she
know
don't.
how he came in for that hug?
It's like a side so I don't know.
He
Good
was like,
night, Pam.
he was like, I ain't falling for that one.
I mean, she's the only logical conclusion right now. Bruce is a big guy. Like he looks like he played football in high school, man.
I'm pretty sure he has.
He had to, man. Like he looks so enormous. And the fact that he makes himself look even bigger as Batman is just amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I say this is the one of the episodes where the Bat computer is a bit smaller.
It's the different animation, you know, how they change it
Yeah.
up episode to episode.
God, that's where they've used that building model so many times. Like I remember in the Batman Beyond, where I think it was when Terry went to juvie on the
Oh,
cover.
right.
Yeah, that building just stuck out to me. You know, something that we've talked about, or at least I haven't, is this is a really good suit. You know,
It's not bad. I mean, the yellow oval and everything, I like it. I don't hate it. I just, I
I'm
prefer.
no, I feel you. I'm just more surprised how much I actually like this suit the more I look at it now. Like it gives me such a classic vibe
Mhm.
because usually I'm not the biggest fan of the yellow oval myself. Like even in Rebirth, when they had like the yellow line, I
The
didn't
yellow
dig it.
outline.
Yeah, I like, it's okay. You know, I don't really love it that much. But here, something that cape is just up. I don't know. I just kind of dig the classic look. I do prefer new animated because I've
Yeah,
always been a bigger fan of the black and gray.
it's basic, but sometimes basic is good.
I think for a character like Batman, basic is like the best option.
Hmm.
I think you can't go too far with him. Hypocrite. What kind of?
She says, unless I need them.
So far, I'm under the impression this Ivy doesn't have powers.
No, she has a crossbow weapon on her wrist.
That's right. That's so weird. Yeah, she didn't have powers in this series like that, huh?
No,
I don't know. I just have the memory of her using the plants. Did
she
she get
does.
that ability later?
I
Is that
don't
what it
know.
is?
I don't know, but she does have like a mutant. We're about to see here, she does have a mutant plant here.
That is so. It's just a cactus monster.
I would let go of that vine if I were you.
Yeah, that was on you, Bruce. I'm sorry.
Oops. And go to commercial.
Yeah. Okay. That one, to be fair, is a good one. That last one was a weird one in the last episode. I actually would be okay with that one if I was a kid.
And she's just playing soft music while she's getting ready in her fight clothes.
What is my fly trap? Okay, well, that's a big fly trap because you know it had to be. You have to know it has to be something pretty big. Yeah, that thing is not about to eat an actual fly.
Nope.
Oh, that's got to be painful.
Yeah, I was like, I know this dude starts kicking the teeth. She is so just evil.
Just a laugh after it. Okay, but why though? Why do you want me to call you that? You have a normal name. I just
Or be like, how did this happen?
yeah. People in Gotham, like villains in Gotham, really just be coming up with names. Like I could just call you by your actual name. I mean, for that silly little rose would be extinct today. You set this up from like 5 years ago? Yeah,
She
it's called
just
holding a grudge.
she really held a grudge.
Okay, this Ivy doesn't have the big connection to the plants. Like she's not actually like practically half plant. So yeah,
Nope.
she's actually crazy. She's like, yeah, like I legit put plant lives over humans. I don't understand.
Yep.
They animate those lips a bit too well, didn't they?
Yeah. Don't do it, Batman. She's dangerous.
It's the plastic lips episode.
Oh, from Batman and Robin.
That's what I just think about.
The,
Like
the,
I always
rub-
think of plastic. Oh, they
the
had
rubber lips.
That was that's just stuck in my head for some reason. Was that the first time we saw that? That wasn't in Batman and Robin, was it?
What, the rubber lips?
Yeah, they were, because I think Robin used it or whatever he called himself, Nightwing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, Robin used it. Again, as campy as that movie is, it still has just one. It's just you just watch it to just laugh at it now.
No jokes aside, I actually really like Chris O'Donnell's like in that Nightwing suit. I don't care if he calls himself Robin. That's Nightwing, clearly.
With that logo, yeah, that's Nightwing. That logo
Yeah.
is not a Robin logo.
Yeah, I just don't get why they even did that.
They said that he was supposed to be Nightwing by that point, but you know,
Yeah.
who knows?
No.
She's like the Wicked Witch of the West. Like every time something bad happens, she just feels the agony within it.
That plant was asking for it. I actually like the crossbow stuff. Wow.
Wow.
That crossbow has some power to it, didn't it? I like the punch through the thing like that. I always love when heroes like dodge something and it hits something the villain actually cares about.
Yep. Sheesh, how many arrows does she has in that gauntlet?
Green Arrow, eat your heart out, man. This is insane. What's she keeping them?
Man, Green Arrow would be jealous.
I thought he was gonna drop that on her. I was like,
that would have been that would have been very gruesome.
That would have been Arkham Batman. Like, oh, you don't have to. She's still just a normal person. And that's greatly animated. I like that. This gives me like classic Disney vibes, like Snow White.
Yeah, she's just basically a plant advocate. She doesn't really have. I don't know. They don't even explain how she created that giant fly trout for some reason. But
I'm always surprised Poison Ivy and Rachel Gould don't team up more, since they have like pretty similar ideals with the whole eco-terrorist thing.
I don't think they really ever did, but they should more often.
I can't think of any time. Maybe an Injustice, but you know
maybe
how I feel about Injustice comics, but you know.
I love the Injustice comics up to a certain extent.
I mean, I love the small parts when the characters are very fun together and they get to have actual relationships.
Yep.
But the actual story sometimes doesn't do it for me.
She's
sad. Actually hesitating for that plant. Like, I don't know. I dig that.
He was like the bottle for the weed.
Well, actually burning alive. Like, can we get out of here?
She seriously lost it.
Yeah. See, if Catwoman does that with a cat, it's okay because at least the cat can be affectionate back. She's just done that to a plant.
Chocolate mousse. Harvey's like, uh-huh. He's like, I think Pam's the wrong woman for you.
Like, agree. They locked her into death, didn't they? Like, she got no powers.
She really don't.
Are those important? Kiss. What does that say?
Kiss MYA.
Yeah, it says something like that.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorn.
I enjoyed that.
Yes, that was really good. That was
I
really
will
good.
say, I'm sure she has better episodes down the road. Before introductory episode, I dug it.
I believe the next time she does show up in another focus episode where she creates like this resort which is supposed to give people like eternal youth and
Is that
everything.
the Alfred episode?
Yes, when
Yeah.
Alfred takes this this older friend of his to this resort so they could look like that they could stay young and everything.
Yeah.
I think the next episode she appears in after that has got to be Harley and Ivy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe those were like her only. Oh yes, of course, Almost Got Him. How could I forget about Almost Got Him?
Oh, they put everybody. I think the only prominent villains that weren't in that one was like what, Riddler and Scarecrow.
Riddler really got the short end of the stick because he didn't come until like later.
Yeah, that might be, if you're a Riddler fan, that's the weakest part of this series for you.
Yeah, if you're a big Riddler fan, he doesn't really show up that much in this series. He only had like,
which is a shame because I actually do think, from what I remember, I liked all his episodes, all two of them.
yeah, he really had, I'm surprised they didn't give him that many episodes. Like of all the villains that got the most focus, of course, Joker, Penguin, Killer Croc, Two-Face to an extent.
Could be wrong, but I remember there was this thing going around. I don't know if it was true or not, that the reason they didn't put him in that many episodes is because they were like, it was so hard to come up with decent riddles for him. I don't know if that's true.
You gotta
but
be
that's
kidding
something that was
me.
going around for like a while.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm not sure if it's true, but that's something I heard a lot. So
that's crazy. That's crazy. Or it could have been like dare I say it, bat embargo going on because Batman Forever was in the works at that point.
Yeah, I never get how studios do that. Why wouldn't you have a character appear in two things? I don't know. I feel like that would make the character sell more. I'll never get how embargoes work.
It's pathetic. I just say that because it definitely hurt the Batman a lot because a lot of characters didn't show up.
Yeah, no Two-Face in the Batman. I think Two-Face would have been great in that show.
Nope. Yep. There was no Two-Face. There was no
Riddler. Also barely appeared in that show.
He also got the short end of the stick in that show as well. He had the best, his origin episode. That episode was great.
I actually really enjoy that Riddler, even if his design's kind of, I actually do enjoy that Riddler.
Yeah,
I think he fits the Batman because everybody in that show was a freaking martial art master.
Everybody just knew some form of martial arts and was able to take on Batman hand to hand in that show for some reason. But I guess that's what made the show stand out. But yeah, Ivy has 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah, Kid Ivy in the Batman.
5, 6, 7 episodes. I know some.
Not too bad.
Yes, but some of her episodes I know are like background roles. Yeah, shared or like background role appearances. But it's not bad. I just
of the introductory episodes we've done so far, I really can't rank them. Maybe I probably put Scarecrow's episode above this one.
We already know
introducing a villain.
We already know which episodes are gonna bump that down once we get to it. Heart of Ice for sure.
Yeah, that's probably number one to be real with you. I'm calling that already. It's like as far as an introduction episode. Does Joker have an introduction episode, or are we always just assuming, this is Joker, you know who he is? He doesn't really get like an episode where Batman first meets him.
It's crazy. His first episode was Christmas with the Joker, which is
okay. So he's like one of the only villains who's like, it's Joker. He doesn't need his own episode. There you go.
Yeah, it's odd how that's just like his first ever episode. But
I guess I guess it's because Mask of the Phantasm practically gives you his origin anyway. Mm-hmm. So, God, that's actually a scary Joker movie, man.
That is. I think that's a more prominent, a lot stronger Joker portrayal. Because a lot of his episodes are more comedic and funny. I guess that's why when Mask of the Phantasm came out, it was supposed to be a lot more to have that dark tone for it.
Yeah, I think that movie it took a lot of inspiration from Michael Keaton's Batman, with both of their Jokers being like, I guess, hitmen at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
before they became the Joker, which I actually like the idea for that, at least for this series anyway.
Yeah, especially since the Joker really didn't have like a name. The only name associated with the Joker was just Jack Napier, and that name is just stuck for so long. It's either Jack Napier or just call him Jack for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be getting to Mass of the Phantasm soon. Soon, I think we should do Mass of the Phantasm once we cover all the episodes, and then we'll just do, of course, we'll do a commentary on the movies. But yeah, once we do all the episodes that we're going to do commentary on, folks, we'll do Mass of the Phantasm, as a commentary, and then Sub-Zero, and then we'll be done with the first half portion of the animated series, and then we'll jump into the new Batman Adventures, which I know a lot of people, it's very half and half with the new Batman Adventures. A lot of people like it. A lot of people don't like it because of the animation change, because it matched Superman the animated series. To be honest, I love
Personally, I love the style change.
I love the style change. Call it
I
whatever
will
you
say,
want. I
like,
love it.
maybe Joker, his design.
I love
They
it.
didn't. I think his design peaked when they did a mix of his classic design and his new animated series design with Batman Beyond.
Oh,
I think when they mixed those two together, it looked really good.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say in Justice League.
Oh no, that's also a great design. I was talking about the new animated adventures where he had like the all black eyes, pretty much, and he had like the white pupils and the long nose.
That's what made him. Plus, it made him look younger.
It did. I don't hate it as much as some people, but I think as a whole design standpoint, I think everybody looks better.
They do.
Batgirl looks better.
Her suit, I didn't like her suit in the animated series, but the yellow and the black, it looks, again, the new Batman animated series animation. It's just, everybody just stands out so well. Call it what I mean, regardless, the animation change and everything. Hey, at least Croc actually looked like a Croc, because I don't know, Killer Croc, his original design, I couldn't even tell what it was. I guess they just made him look like a guy that has, skin problems, because that was his main condition anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know, as a whole, I think I'm looking forward to him. I think maybe the quality of the episodes weren't as strong.
Yeah,
but they still weren't like really bad though. I don't think it was like a bad series like some people say.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad series. It had some really good focus episodes. Even Robin had some. Tim Drake had some good focus episodes.
Oh, I'm looking forward to Tim Drake's team up with Superman again. And
Superman the animated series.
I keep forgetting that's his series. I don't know why. Part of me always thought that was from Batman.
Because Superman is just disguised as Batman and he was able to just vibrate his throat just to make his voice sound like Bruce. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it takes place in Gotham, but I'm really looking forward to that episode. Yeah.
But yeah,
where's Bruce? Oh.
Yeah, he's been missing for a while. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for listening in on this commentary for Pretty Poison. We have, of course, still a lot more episodes to go. The next episode on our list is going to be our first ever two-parter, and that's going to be the Two-Face two-part episode. I am looking forward to that episode because man, this show,
first and only episode I ever had on VHS.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that episode got me into Batman animated series because my mom bought that for me. I was a big Batman fan. I'll go more into this like next time we do it. But yeah, that's pretty much my first episode of the series.
Nice. But yeah, again, guys, as always, thank you guys so much for listening on this commentary. Tex, where can everybody find you?
So on Twitter, you can find me as the Detective, and on YouTube, you can also find me as the Detective.
And as always, guys, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch at Blackwing2040. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Blackwing2040. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to be notified whenever a new video goes up or whenever I go live. But as always, guys, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. And as always, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay golden.